Elden Ring is awesome. 70 hours in and I still can't get tired of this game. Maybe it's because I've only beaten 3 bosses and spent the rest of the time building 6 other accounts, but I'm having fun regardless. However, speaking of those builds, I've experimented so much that I decided to explore which was truly king, martial prowess or magical proficiency. Both of these can become overpowered as quickly as you push them to, but on an even playing field, who wins? Let's start with my favorite of the two, magic. Now, I've been a mage in every game that allows me to be one. I kinda love magic a lot. Final Fantasy kinda set a high bar for it for me, but Elden Ring did not disappoint. At least not majorly. I do wish there were more sorceries, but the selection for now is quite fascinating. Magic has a lot of strong points in range, power, stagger potency, versatility, and uniqueness. And that's what made me fall in love with spellcasting all over again. However, I do have a love-hate relationship with its weakness, the actual casting. If there's one thing From Software does well, it's making battle realistic, or as real as it can get. As such, all mages must cast their spells, not pop it into existence, but the whole swish and flick shebang that we learned from Harry Potter. Within these few seconds, mages are extremely vulnerable, and one well-placed hit can disrupt the casting or even kill them. Trust me, I've been at the point of throwing my laptop due to how many times my spells were interrupted. Aside from this, spells have no real weakness, save for other spells that disrupt magic. Now for the martial side. I've been trying not to say melee too much since melee just means fight in some senses and in others it means close combat. And magic kinda does both, so yeah, martial. Weapons in this game are freaking amazing. There shall never be any doubts about that. You don't even need a busted Moonveil, Reduvia, Sword of Night and Flame to experience this. It's just the fluidity of the weapon type itself that's so well animated and thought out that it looks too realistic to disregard. Except backstabs, which kinda look janky sometimes. Martial arts have the benefits of no FP cost except on their Ashes of War, backstabs, parrying, guard counters, Bloodhound Step because it needs its own shout out, good disruptive ability, and broken Ashes of War. Martial users, however, are very susceptible to death due to needing to fight up close, most of the times unless you're a dartsman or archer. And as a result, bosses tend to get annoying very quickly if you aren't adept at parrying or dodging. Blocking is quite detrimental without Barricade Shield as it drains a ton of stamina. And when you get stamina broken, you're vulnerable for like 1 to 2 seconds, which can spell your death. Okay, so now the facts are on the table. Which of these is truly superior? Firstly, let me say a master of either category can beat the other, so this will not be such a subjective view. Objectively, magic wins because it has insane range power and you can get that power at the start of the game. The crowd control in spells like Night Maiden's Mist or the Haima spells, the disruptive ability of the Phalanx spells, the heals from Encants, the ailments you can inflict, and so much more. Especially when it comes to bosses, dropping a summon to take aggro and then blasting the freak on the boss with Rock Sling on a meteorite staff will almost always net you an easy victory. Not to mention, spells like Loretta's Great Bow and Carrion Slicer, Greatsword, or Piercer can function like martial weapons for a higher damage output. In the end, stick with what you love, because I would still choose magic even if it was low DPS, long cast, etc. because magic is just too awesome. Let me know what you think. Was this too hot a take? Is martial combat better than magical warfare? Until next time, may the Elden Ring watch over you.